Do you remember the last time you woke up feeling truly refreshed? I mean, really refreshed? Like you used to wake up 40 years ago, ready to take on the world? If you're watching this at 3 a.m. because you can't sleep, again, you're not alone. I'm Dr. Jessica Lee, and what I'm about to share with you might just change everything you thought you knew about sleep after 60. But before I do, I need to tell you about Margaret. She's a 73-year-old grandmother who came to see me 6 months ago, exhausted, frustrated, and at her wits' end. She'd tried everything: warm milk, counting sheep, even those expensive sleep medications that left her feeling groggy the next day. Nothing worked. What Margaret didn't know, what most of us don't know, is that we've been making a critical mistake. We've been fighting our sleeplessness all wrong. You see, the secret to sleeping like you did in your 30s isn't found in a pill bottle or a fancy new mattress. It's hiding in plain sight in your kitchen. And here's what's really shocking. The foods that could transform your sleep are probably already in your pantry right now. You just don't know how to use them properly. Or worse, you might be eating them at completely the wrong times, actually sabotaging your sleep without even realizing it. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed that sleep just isn't the same anymore? You lie there watching the clock tick by 11 p.m., midnight, 1 a.m. Your mind races with thoughts about tomorrow, yesterday, everything in between. Maybe you finally drift off around 2 or 3, only to wake up at 5 a.m., unable to fall back asleep. Sound familiar? Here's what nobody tells you. After 60, your body doesn't produce melatonin the same way it used to. That natural sleep hormone that once knocked you out like clockwork, it's playing hide and seek now. Your circadian rhythm, that internal clock that's been keeping time since you were born, it's gotten a bit rusty. But here's the good news that changed Margaret's life and can change yours too. Nature has provided us with 7 specific foods that can literally turn back the clock on your sleep patterns. And I'm not talking about some exotic berries from the Amazon or expensive supplements. I'm talking about simple, everyday foods that, when eaten correctly, can work better than any sleeping pill. Without the side effects, without the dependency, without the morning fog. Now, before I reveal these 7 foods, I need you to understand something crucial. Timing is everything. You could eat all the right foods, but if you're eating them at the wrong times, you might as well be drinking espresso before bed. That's the mistake Margaret was making. She was eating sleep-promoting foods for breakfast. Well, let's talk about what's really happening in your body after 60. You've probably noticed other changes too, haven't you? Maybe your joints feel stiffer in the morning. Perhaps you need to get up multiple times during the night. Energy levels that used to carry you through the day now seem to fade by mid-afternoon. These aren't separate issues. They're all connected to the same root cause: inflammation and hormone imbalance. But here's where it gets interesting. The same foods that can improve your sleep can also reduce inflammation, balance your hormones, and even help with those middle of the night bathroom trips. It's all connected, you see. Your body is this amazing interconnected system, and when you give it the right fuel at the right time, magic happens. So let's dive into these 7 sleep transmoving foods. The first one might surprise you because you've probably been told to avoid it. Food number 1, tart cherries. Not just any cherries, tart cherries. Here's why they're different. Tart cherries are one of the only natural food sources of melatonin. Yes, that same hormone your body struggles to produce enough of after 60. But here's the key. You need to consume them about 2 hours before bedtime. Not in the morning with your cereal, not as an afternoon snack, but specifically in that golden window before sleep. Margaret started drinking 8 ounces of tart cherry juice, not the sugary stuff, but pure tart cherry juice every night at 8 p.m. Within a week, she noticed she was falling asleep faster. But that's not all. The antioxidants in tart cherries also helped reduce her joint inflammation. She woke up feeling less stiff, more mobile. It's like getting a 2-for-1 benefit. Now, if you're thinking, but I don't like cherry juice, stay with me because there's a secret way to use this that nobody talks about. You can eat the actual dried tart cherries as a small evening snack. Got a handful mixed with a few almonds, which brings me to our second food. Foods, almonds. These little powerhouses are packed with magnesium, a mineral that most people over 60 are desperately lacking. Magnesium is like nature's muscle relaxant. It calms your nervous system, relaxes your muscles, and prepares your body for deep, restorative sleep. But here's what most people get wrong. They eat too many. You only need about 10, 12 almonds to get the benefit. More than that, and the protein might actually keep you awake. It's all about balance, you see. I remember when I first discovered this myself. I was going through a particularly stressful time, lying awake night after night. A colleague suggested almonds, but I was skeptical. How could a few nuts make a difference? But when I started eating them correctly, a small handful about an hour before bed, the change was remarkable. Not overnight, mind you, but within about 2 weeks, I noticed I was sleeping deeper, waking up less frequently. Food number 3, warm golden milk. Now, this might sound exotic, but it's actually an ancient remedy that's been used for thousands of years. It's simply warm milk, dairy or plant-based, mixed with turmeric and a pinch of black pepper. The turmeric reduces inflammation throughout your body, while the warm milk converts to serotonin and then melatonin. The black pepper is crucial. It helps your body absorb the turmeric up to 2,000% better. Without it, you're missing most of the benefits. Margaret was hesitant about this one at first. Turmeric in milk, she said, wrinkling her nose. But after I showed her how to make it taste delicious with a touch of honey and cinnamon, it became her favorite evening ritual. You know what's beautiful about this? It's not just about the ingredients. It's about creating a routine, a signal to your body that sleep is coming. When you make that warm cup of golden milk, when you sit down in your favorite chair and slowly sip it, you're telling your brain and body it's time to wind down now. Food number 4, kiwi fruit. This one surprised even me when I first learned about it. Researchers found that eating 2 kiwi fruits an hour before bed can increase sleep duration by 13% and decrease the time it takes to fall asleep by 35%. That's better than many sleep medications. Why does it work? Kiwis are rich in serotonin and antioxidants. But here's the fascinating part. They also contain folate, and folate deficiency has been linked to insomnia. Many people over 60 are low in folate without knowing it. 2 small kiwis before bed could be the simple solution you've been searching for. Food number 5, fatty fish. I know what you're thinking, fish before bed, but hear me out. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D. Both of these nutrients help regulate serotonin, which, as we've learned, is crucial for sleep. The key is to eat the fish for dinner, not right before bed. About 3-4 hours before sleep is ideal. This gives your body time to digest while still getting the sleep promoting benefits. Margaret started having salmon twice a week for dinner, and not only did her sleep improve, but her joint pain decreased significantly. Food number 6, walnuts. These brain-shaped nuts are more than just a coincidence of nature. They're the only nut that contains melatonin naturally. Plus, they're rich in ALA, a type of omega-3 that helps optimize sleep. Here's my secret tip. Crush a few walnuts and sprinkle them on a small bowl of plain yogurt about 90 minutes before bed. The combination of the walnuts' melatonin and the yogurt's tryptophan creates a powerful sleep-inducing snack. Food number 7, Passionflower Tea. Now, this last one isn't technically a food, but it's so powerful I had to include it. Passionflower tea has been shown in studies to increase deep sleep. That's the restorative sleep where your body does its healing and repair work. Margaret was skeptical about herbal teas. I've tried chamomile, she told me. It doesn't work. But passionflower is different. It contains specific compounds that bind to the same brain receptors as anti-anxiety medications, but naturally, gently, without side effects. Here's what's critical to understand. You can't just eat these foods randomly and expect results. There's a specific protocol I developed with Margaret that transformed her sleep in just 21 days. Let me share it with you. The 21-day sleep transformation protocol. Week 1, start with just one food. Choose either the Tart Cherries or the almonds. Introduce them at the right time. Cherries 2 hours before bed, almonds 1 hour before. Keep a sleep diary. Note when you fall asleep, how often you wake up, how you feel in the morning. Week 2, add a second food. If you started with cherries, add the almonds. If you started with almonds, try the golden milk. Continue your sleep diary. Margaret noticed significant improvement by day 10. Week 3, create your full evening routine. By now, you'll know which foods work best for you. Margaret's routine became salmon for dinner at 6 p.m., tart cherry juice at 8 p.m., a handful of almonds at 9 p.m., and passionflower tea at 9:30 p.m., lights out at 10:30 p.m. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like a lot of eating before bed. Won't I gain weight? Here's the beautiful truth. When you sleep better, your body balances its hunger hormones naturally. Margaret actually lost 5 pounds in those first 21 days without trying. Better sleep equals better metabolism. But here's something crucial. If you're taking any medications, especially blood thinners or sleep medications, talk to your doctor before making these changes. Some of these foods can interact with certain medications. Safety first, always. You know what Margaret told me last week? She said, Dr. Lee, I feel like I got my life back. She's playing with her grandchildren again, has energy for her garden, and most importantly, she wakes up excited about the day ahead. That's what proper sleep can do. It's not just about the hours you spend in bed, it's about the quality of your entire life. Let me share something else. Poor sleep after 60 isn't just about aging. It's often about the thoughts that keep us awake, the worries about health, about family, about finances, about the time we have left. These foods help, yes, but they work even better when combined with a simple practice. Before you eat your evening sleep foods, take 5 minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for from the day. It could be as simple as a phone call from a friend, a beautiful sunset, a good cup of coffee. This gratitude practice, combined with the sleep foods, creates a powerful mind-body approach to rest. Remember, you're not broken. Your body isn't failing you. It just needs different support now than it did 40 years ago. These 7 foods are that support. They're nature's way of saying, I've got you covered. Let me make this super simple for you. Here's your shopping list for this week. 1 bottle of pure tart cherry juice, no added sugar. 1 bag of raw almonds, turmeric powder, and black pepper. A bag of kiwis, wild caught salmon or mackerel. Raw walnuts, passionflower tea bags, and that's it. Less than $30, 0 cents for potentially the best sleep you've had in years. I know some of you are still skeptical. If it were this simple, wouldn't everyone know about it? Here's the truth. The sleep industry is worth billions of dollars. There's not much profit in telling people to eat cherries and almonds. But I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here because I've seen too many people suffer unnecessarily. In the comments below, I want you to tell me, what time did you wake up last night? What's your biggest sleep challenge? Let's create a community of support here. When you share your struggles, you help others realize they're not alone. Look, you've probably tried everything else. What do you have to lose by trying this for 21 days? Not 3 days, not a week, but 21 days. That's how long it takes to see real change. Margaret almost gave up on day 5. She said the cherry juice wasn't working. I convinced her to stick with it. By day 14, she was sleeping 6 hours straight for the first time in years. I promise you this, if you follow this protocol for 21 days and don't see improvement, come back to this video and let me know. I read every comment. I care about your success because when you sleep better, everything gets better. your mood, your energy, your relationships, your health. It all starts with sleep. If this video has given you hope, if you're ready to try something different, I need you to do 3 things. First, hit that like button. It tells YouTube to share this with others who need help. Second, subscribe and ring the notification bell. I'll be sharing more specific recipes and timing strategies in upcoming videos. Third, and most importantly, share this video with someone you love who struggles with sleep. You might just change their life. Remember, you're not too old to sleep well again. Your best nights of sleep might still be ahead of you. Margaret is 73 and sleeping better than she did at 40. You can too. Sweet dreams are not just for the young. They're for anyone brave enough to try something new. And you, my friend, are brave. The fact that you've watched this far proves it. I'm Dr. Jessica Lee, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, eat well, sleep deep, and wake up ready to embrace all the beautiful possibilities tomorrow holds. Good night and sleep well.